Welcome or welcome back to this week's Mathcast podcast. Today we are going to be discussing a topic that doesn't directly link to maths, but it does involve a lot of maths in it and is very well linked to the STEM field, especially ICT and engineering. So today we're going to be joined by the Formula One team, who are going to talk to us a little bit about what they've been doing, how they're going to continue to improve this project and the skills that they have learned through F1. They're also going to be discussing a little bit about how you can get involved with F1 next year if you are interested. Without further ado, let's get started. Can everyone just start by giving me your name and your role in your team?
My name is Andreas Palmas, and I'm a testing and quality assurance engineer.
My name is Sophia Riggio, and I am project management engineer.
My name is Hazin, and I'm the research and design engineer.
My name is Grace Sanjani, and I'm marketing and media engineer.
My name is Ethan, and I'm design and prototype engineer and also sustainable leader.
It's great that you guys have assigned roles and everyone is organized and doing what they're supposed to be doing, because that just makes the teamwork so much better. Let's just start by saying what Formula One actually is, in case we have any listeners who haven't been up to date with Formula One.
So Formula One in schools is a competition. It includes marketing and engineering. A group of students come together and they have to create a car, a mini version of a car, and they have to test it on a track, but as well as they have to create a brand identity, and this uses a lot of skills like collaboration and problem solving.
Yeah, it's great as well that you mentioned the skills that it involves, which we'll talk about a little bit later on in more detail, but I just wanted to ask you guys if you're aware how Formula One links in with ICT and engineering, because a lot of the times when we're focusing on Formula One in schools, a lot of the times it's the IT department that leads it, which is just something that I wanted to mention and ask why that is.
As per F1, we have to take a lot of consideration into designing the car, as in we need to make sure the car runs smoothly without any drag, the friction of the wheels to the ground, and how fast it can go in a given period of time, because the car runs in a set length and then it's raced by two cars side by side and see which car is the fastest. And obviously it's judged by many guidelines, many restrictions, and many other protocols that we all need to follow to make sure we can compete.
Yeah, that really does link in with ICT and also STEM as a whole. I feel like it just involves so many different skills from so many different areas. So talking about the skills, we talked a little bit about the technical skills, and I know, Sophia, you talked about the problem solving and creativity. So can you talk to me a little bit more about those skills that you've learned, and specifically when you've encountered these skills?
So as I joined F1 in schools, I had possibly little to no clue about Fusion 360. So I picked this skill up along the way. I learned how to design, manufacture, test cars, see the drag coefficient. Now we're in the process of testing the aerodynamics and all that. And now, as per working the team, I have learned to collaborate, synergize, proactive plan, and work to set deadlines.
It's great that you mentioned the technical and collaboration and problem-solving skills. Andreas, did you have anything to say?
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. Like before doing F1, I'd never really known anything about these 3D designing softwares, and so it was a skill we needed to learn. And obviously I needed to use my previous knowledge of working in teams and in groups to be able to work collaboratively and well with everyone. You know, we weren't all friends before this, so we all had to, talk to each other and become, acquaintances, so we would be able to work on this project together. But it's been fun, and yeah, teamwork, I think, is one of the skills we used.
It's great that you said that you're adding on to the skills that you've already had, because I feel like that's just such a big part of things, where any event that you take part in, you're essentially just adding to the skills that you've already had, as well as improving your technical skills related to the subject or whatever else that you're doing. Another thing that I wanted to ask is, why did you choose to participate in F1? Was it because of the skills that you would learn, or is there another reason behind why you chose to participate?
The reason for participating, I think, is first of all, it's a great opportunity just to collaborate, but also just to put, just saying you participated is an achievement, I think, that all universities should look out for, and it helps build the skills that everyone has mentioned so far.
Yeah, great answer. Can you just talk me through a little bit about your idea? Obviously without giving anything away to like competitors or anything, but just talk me through how it works, how you have practiced it throughout the weeks that you've been doing it? Because I know you guys meet up very often to work on your project and stuff. So can you just talk me through how it's progressed throughout?
So far, we've created multiple different prototypes for the car, the wing designs, and us engineers, Hazen, me, Ethan, have worked hard to create, the perfect car using research and design as well, looking at different effects, scientific effects, and drag, how how different forces will affect the car. But also Grace and Sophia have been working. Sophia's been working to, manage the team, make sure everything's going well. She's been asking for progress checks often, and Grace has been running all our marketing, our social media, our branding campaigns, and I think that's what we need to develop on, because we've done the car aspect, but now we need to focus on portfolios, getting out there, which is why we're also here on this podcast to try spread our message, which is about sustainability. And we've been working on different aspects of sustainability. In the future, we've been thinking about solar panels for school to reduce the usage of, fossil fuels that power our school, and other things such as using the dust that's created from the car. The car is kind of like cut out of these foam blocks, and the dust obviously would get thrown away, but we've thought of a way we can kind of mix it in a way that we can use it to create other things out of it, so it's kind of like reusing as well. So that's the sustainability part of it.
It's great that you managed to link in sustainability with a car design, which is something from a surface level that you don't think are very related, if you would agree, but you really did dive deep into that and discuss that. So Sophia, I'll also talk to you a little bit more about the sustainability, because I'm pretty sure you guys have a fundraising event coming up. But first, Grace, can you talk to me a little bit about marketing and how you've been putting your message out there and spreading the word about your campaign?
So how we've been marketing, well, first we have to make sure we're on social media, and we have to ensure that all our followers understand and know what our aim is as a team. And like you said, we're doing a fundraiser to support the idea of sustainability and how our team incorporates that into our car. We're also using marketing by doing this podcast and making sure that we're on TVs around the school and posters, and many more to come.
Yeah, do you want to talk to me a little bit about the fundraising and charity?
Sure. So sustainability is a very big part of F1 in schools this year. It was included before, but this year it's our main theme, and we really want to make sure we have exercised that idea a lot. So our school community, we really want to do something with our school community, because they're the type of people who always want to help and is very into helping sustain and making sustainability more bigger. So we're going to have a sustainability non-uniform day, coming into the colors that are our teams, as well as ProLiv's colors, which is the other F1 in schools team, and they have to contribute 5 dirhams to contribute to having solar panels on our roof to make our school more sustainable. And it's not only for F1, it's also for the future generations to have a sustainable school and an environment to grow up in.
That's great as well that through F1 you've acquired, first of all, so many practical skills like problem solving and creativity that we mentioned before, and also things that you're really focusing on the future and not just this competition, but also for the future and what's to come. So that's great. I just want to end with asking you guys how you would encourage others, if anyone else who's watching this is interested to participate in F1 events next year, what they could do to further develop their knowledge and their skills, because you mentioned that you have acquired so many different skills, so maybe if there's anything that they can do to get a step up on that.
So I think first of all is you need to see what's required. I think you need to look at the regulations and what are required. So it's not just like designing a car, as Hasan said. You need to be able to make a display, having social media, getting sponsors. It's legit making like a in-school F1 team. And I think finding next step after knowing what's required is getting like-minded individuals. I think all of us as a team have the same mindset of we want to win this. We don't want to come in for second or third. We are aiming for gold, and that's it. And I think afterwards, after that, it's just finding your branding, creating a logo, and finding your ambition.
Yeah, that's great. There are so many different layers to it, and thank you guys so much for coming on, and we hope you guys enjoyed listening to this podcast, and make sure to sign up for F1 teams next year. Thank you.